can just say hello. Okay. I don't know what you guys are doing. Maybe talking about keep conversation. I'm out. I wanted to make sure that you knew that I recognized you. I said hello. So that now we're not even to each other that Calico Copper used to be a trainer.
Oh, I know, right?
Now it's like, yeah, now we're
kindred spirits. Kindred spirits.
Well, all we have to do to find out.
It's time, Carl. It's time to hit that bell.
Yeah.
How's everything going? Good. I gotta actually leave early. We have a meeting here at 1 o'clock. Somebody's flying on the team. January 1, we started the conversion process, so we want to be in Thursday, before Christmas. Hey, whatever. Yeah, it is crunch time, so.
All right, Avery's going to do the invocation. I wrote it in your. I wrote it in your thing. You're never going to go for it. CIA or something. Lock your case. These are the Imperial too, aren't you? These are the Are you getting ready to go? Do it.
Greetings and welcome to the greatest Rotary Club in the universe. All right, welcome to the Sedro Woolley Rotary Club. Glad to have you here today in this holiday season. We got a lot of holiday cheer spread today. A little music, it's going to be a great time. Let's get started with our invocation, Avery Martin.
Well, just having gotten back from Uganda, we have a lot to be grateful for. So, your Heavenly Father, thank you for this holiday season. Thank you for our families. Thank you for the beautiful days and the stormy days, and watch over us as we go through this wonderful Christmas season. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Avery. Flag salute. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The four-way test.
Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
How about a song?
Okay, just before Christmas, here, let's do Silent Night. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep.
and you may be seated.
It's just a matter of interference.
Mark, do we have any visiting Rotarians? We got one back there. All right.
Mr. President, we have not only a visiting Rotarian, but my sister, who was the favorite of the family, and that's just the way it was. That's what I said. Mary McGoffin.
Hi, Mary.
And with the Yankee members we have, we can see why she was a favorite. Anyone else?
Mike, do we have any other Rotarians? Visiting Rotarians. Okay, how about visitors? I'll bet Mike has a visitor if he really thinks hard.
So during our time in Uganda, we had one of our team members from up in Linden, and he kept hearing about the greatest Rotary Club in the universe. So as soon as they got back, he said, "Can I come visit?" So today we have Lloyd Zimmerman as a guest today.
I like.
I am thrilled to have two guests with me here today. So Carol Strada. Carol Strada works in our student services, and how long have you been at the high school?
Carl.
27 years.
That's good now.
I also have with me Jerry Grisham. Jerry Grisham, we hired out of Granite Falls. And thank you, I'm really sorry about that. And we are super thrilled to have him with us. He is our CTE director and assistant principal. So Jerry Grisham.
Hi. You got something to say back there? Yeah. Steve? Anything? No. I'd like to introduce you to my husband, Charlie Jensen, the one meeting a year he can come to, because he's a teacher. Actually, he can come all summer, and I might make him come. But anyways, just, this is the man, the legend.
Charlie.
We had our 1 year anniversary on Saturday.
All right.
So I brought today my wife and my youngest son, Greg. My wife, Sarah.
I've got my husband Dick here with me. We're celebrating our anniversary next Saturday, 30 years.
Hi, Dick.
Well, I thought we were going to do that later, but I'll do it right now. This is Lisa, and we've been married a long time. So at least 35 years, because I'm pretty sure Jordan's 35, or is he 36? 37 years. And anyhow, everything is going great because I have someone who is in charge of me, and if I wasn't for Lisa, who knows where I would be.
All right, thank you. What a big crowd we have today. We also have all the kids from the high school. Welcome. We're glad to have you. And we heard a little preview for those of us who are early, and we're really excited for your comment here in a few minutes. It's going to be great. Are there any board committee reports? Anybody from the board have anything they want to share? We do have a few announcements. The Helping Hands Food Bank is going to give away toys today, this evening. Julie, do you know what time we're supposed to be there? 5 o'clock? Did I hear 5 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay, so 5 o'clock tonight at Helping Hands.
Homemade goodies by week.
Yeah, if you're going to bake anything like Yulia is doing, it needs to be there by 3 p.m. So thank you, Yulia. And it's going to be a lot of fun. They have 110 children that the community has purchased gifts for, and we're going to give those out. Let's see here. Jeff McCann, you're going to tell us about the bylaws and what we're going to do with it.
So, at our last board meeting, we had a discussion discussion about how strange it seems that we have 2 foundation directors and 4 club directors, which the foundation is the majority of the work that we do. All the money that we raise goes to the spent by the foundation. So I'm going to propose an amendment to the bylaws to reduce the club directors to 2, increase the foundation members to 4, so we still have the same number, it just kind of use our resources a little more intelligently. So.
Right, and then we're gonna switch it up so that we replace 3 board members each year, right?
Yep, that's correct.
And so Stephanie, you were voluntold to go for 3 years on the board. Did you agree to that, or do you want to limit it to 1?
She's already quit.
Is she here?
No. Okay, so I'm going to send them out to the proposal to the board. If anybody has any questions, you can email me and I can give you a little more details on why or what we're doing.
Right. So I think it's all in the best interest of where the club is going, and we're going to vote on that before next Thursday, because we're going to also vote on board members next Thursday, and it will be nice to know which board members are going to be on which side of the club or the foundation, and for how long. And we'll have all that straightened around for next week and have a vote on it. All right. Josh Reekway wants to have a committee meeting for the catering after this meeting. So if you're on the catering committee, make sure and stick around for that. All right. And then let's see. Next, Curtis, you have a quick update on the dictionaries.
Yeah, dictionaries went out great last Friday. I just want to thank everyone that helped with that. It's all a success. Lots of third graders in Woolley got those dictionaries. And I know a lot of pictures have already been submitted, but if you have any that haven't been submitted to Ruth, please do so. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I'm curious, how long have we been doing that program? I wonder if it's long enough that these kids in the room, did you guys get dictionaries when you were in 3rd grade? We're still doing it. Yeah. All right.
Yes, they did.
Some of you still have it. And then next week, John Ward, you're here somewhere, right? Yeah, there he is. We're going to celebrate it big as Dallas. We're going to have a great big time, good celebration here, and honoring his almost 51 years of service to the Sedro Woolley Rotary Club. It's absolutely fantastic. Do we have any other announcements? All right, Harry done? Do we have a rep?
Yes. I will make one.
Marnie Fox is going to lead the show.
Okay, so at this table, they conveniently sit together. Since the spouses or the members already said a little something, you can't just say something.
And we have some lovely
You're supposed to get the big squishy kiss. Mikey's already spoke, so it's Lisa's turn.
So I just want everyone to know that sometimes you have an impossible task and you go with it. We flunked our marriage class back in the day and are now celebrating 37 years of marriage on the same date as the spouse on the 29th. So hey, we made it.
Okay, since Sandra always toots her horn about you, you go ahead and toot yours. Here's some others.
It's been the best year of my life.
Good answer, Charlie.
If somebody wants to purchase that, if you're in the doghouse or you want to do something nice. Anybody? Any takers? Nobody? Oh, you all that good?
The president really needs a rose.
Okay, good.
You planning to be in the doghouse?
This is prevented. All right, well, it is time for early leavers, but if you are one, you won't want to, it's too bad. You're going to miss out on a great program. Oh, we want happy ones. I'm out of sorts today. I get froze and I lose my.
Carrie has a happy dollar mark.
$50,
Carrie.
Mark.
So this is a really easy happy buck to give. So I have a happy 20 for our amazing students that are about ready to perform. And you just bring so much joy to our school and to this club and to our community. So thank you for representing Woolley High School and doing a phenomenal job every single day. Thank you.
I'm just gonna say I'm really happy I get to get away from this windy weather next week. I hope it will be calm where I'm going, but I'm gonna go see my son. And in order to avoid Iowa this year, we agreed to meet in Texas, so we're going to the coast of Mexico, the Gulf of Mexico.
I have a happy buck for the solstice, which of course is the real reason for the season. And the reason I'm happy is because when we come to the meeting next week, the days will actually be longer. We'll start seeing sunlight.
So I have a dollar right here to note that tomorrow my nephew Brian died peacefully in his sleep, forever 21. His birthday is Christmas Eve, and it would be his golden birthday. I'm joyful that he was in my life, and his memory lives on in all of us, and we live each day. I'm joyful. I try to smile, and I try to do something kind each day in his memory. So, Godspeed, dear sweet Brian.
Well, I'm happy because we made it back from Uganda, and we had an amazing trip while we were over there. We had 5 days of service. One of them we drove an extra hour away from where we were already 8 hours out of the main airport to one of the largest orphanages in Uganda. They have over 2,000 orphans there, and we saw 450 people that day. We had literally no equipment. We were adjusting people on picnic benches, in chairs, whatever worked, and it was quite impactful. People who couldn't walk were walking out of the building for the first time in decades. Then we had a 4-day camp in Maluku in a brand new diagnostic center, and in 4 days we saw over 2,400 people with a team of 9 plus about 30 Ugandans who helped us with triage and with note-taking. The woman who opened the camp, because we were opening not only the largest medical camp they had ever seen, we were also the first white people they had ever seen. We were also opening the entire facility, their first diagnostic facility in Maluku. So we had a ribbon cutting ceremony, and the woman who gave the prayer at the beginning of the camp, her name was Irene. She was one of the people who was fluent in English, and she had had a paralysis of her hands. Couldn't use the 3 fingers, extreme pain if she tried to open her fingers up, and she had been like this for about 15 years since an accident. And by the end of the camp, she got regained full function of her middle finger and her 4th finger. So she was there every day getting treated. We worked with the local hospitals, and we're now working with to provide some sustainable care there for them, because we've been gone from Uganda for a week and they still have dozens, 50, 60, 70 people showing up a day asking for care there at the clinic because people were getting well. Cerebral palsy babies were getting better. We saw all sorts of incredible things, and we're hoping to do that next year. So lots of happy bucks.
I do hope you put together a picture show for us.
Oh yeah.
All right, we look forward to that.
I have a couple of happy bucks for this club and how generous you are. We collected a whole lot of food for the food bank and raised over $1,000 in cash. Thank you very much.
I have $5 happy bucks for airbags. My niece was in an accident last week, and if it hadn't been for airbags, she would have come out with more than just a broken ankle. So thank you for airbags.
That's it.
Mr. President.
All right, well, I guess we're now ready for the Eagles. So if you have to go, now's the time, and if you don't have to go, you're gonna be in for a treat. Paul Brass is here with his amazing students, and they're here to regale us with the sounds of Christmas music and so forth. So, Paul, you ready?
Members of the Sedro High School Orchestra and Advanced Orchestra, as well as members of Mr. Henry's Wind Ensemble and Percussion Ensemble. Every December, Brad and I collaborate and have the string students and the wind ensemble learn a couple of full orchestra pieces, symphonic orchestra or full orchestra pieces. So it's a lot of fun to share our December concert that way. So the wind players are going to sit tight while the string players play a few pieces, and then we'll end with a full orchestra piece and then a very recognizable holiday piece. So to begin with, we'll play a piece entitled American Horizons. Thank you. Thank you. That was a piece entitled Serenity. I think with the weather outside, we could use a little bit. Next, we're going to play something that kind of just hints at the holidays, entitled Camels and Kings. Something that Sharon Peterson dug out and gave us. I don't know if any of you know Sharon Peterson. The Petersons have a conservatory in Mount Vernon. They are pretty much the head, tail, arms, legs of Fidalgo Youth Symphony and Mount Baker Youth Symphony, where my son gets to play up in Bellingham. She has music in her library that was rescued when the old string program in Sedro Woolley was canceled back around the time Rotary State was closed. And so that's kind of remarkable that she's got music stamps Sedro Woolley High School that she hands out to these guys every once in a while. Who's in Fidalgo? A bunch of you in Fidalgo. Yeah, Kiera just joined. And then like Dakota Fox, she's not here, she's in Fidalgo. And several of them go up and support the Mount Baker Youth Symphony because not as many kids up there participating, because there's 2 youth symphonies up there. Anyway, so this is Camels and Kings, and you can kind of hear the clopping of the camel hooves, and there's kind of a regal middle section. I guess that's the Kings. So here we go. That was a piece entitled Deception. That concludes our little string orchestra only. I don't know, some survey questions. Yeah, go ahead. So this one question I thought. Raise your hand in the group here if you're in more than one ensemble. More than one ensemble. Yeah, orchestra, advanced orchestra, that counts. We've got students who play string instruments, who play wind instruments, who play string and percussion, who play string and piano. We've got students in jazz choir, jazz band, choir, orchestra. It's great. The block schedule is great for the arts and electives in general. So this is really great. Raise your hand if this is your first Rotary lunch. Just a few. Second Rotary lunch. Third Rotary lunch this year. Ethan's been here all month. Third year of Rotary. Fourth year of Rotary. Fifth Rotary. Sixth Rotary. Seventh Rotary. Yeah. William's been playing upright bass for the jazz choir since freshman year. And I guess I made him stay home, and Kiara came alone last year. What was I thinking? But we love coming and supporting you guys who support us so very much. I'm not sure whether it's William or Key back here playing the very first bass that the Rotary bought us when the spring program was renewed 10 or so years ago. I can't remember. And every time I sit down and play the piano in my classroom, I get to be thankful for the Rotary because you helped restring it and put new hammers in it some years ago. We're going to wake the band up and play two pieces for you. The first one is an arrangement of Capriccio Espagnol. You'll probably recognize it. And then the last one is themes from You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. Just going to finish up with some music. Thank you for having us. The Sedro High School Orchestra and Band and Percussion Ensemble. Thank you again.
Thank you all very much. Yeah, usual pen, but I want to give it to the guy who's been here 7 times. Come on up here. If you use this pen, it's much better than this microphone. Use this pen, you will get slightly better grades than you otherwise would. So my suggestion is to keep this all throughout college. And you'll always do better. Thanks for being here for 7 times. That's great.
Thank you, and have a safe winter break and a safe afternoon. I think would be a place to start. Yeah, thank you so much for having us once again.
All right, let's wind her down for the day. We're a little bit early. We have, if anybody thought of anything, we have lots of really good salmon over here to buy, so make sure and get some on your way out if you'd like. I want to thank Barry for being here, Lisa, Paul, thank you for you and your team again, Bill and Sigrid, thank you for coming. Lloyd, are you still here, Lloyd? Yeah, hopefully you found out that the best Rotary Club in the universe does exist. Carol Stratoff, are you still here? Hi, Carol, good to see you again. Jerry, Charlie, Sarah, and Grady, thank you for coming today. All right, and Dick Stratoff. Dick, are you still around? All right, he's giving me a seat. All right, with that, we are